Prior to Rio 2016, you had been a squad member but were not selected for the final squad. What was the reasoning behind that decision, and how was that period for you as an aspiring Olympian?
Yeah, so in hockey we train, at that time there was 32 athletes that are fully funded and we train full time, but only 16 athletes can actually be selected for the Olympic Games. So it is pretty brutal and a lot of people miss out on their dreams of going to Olympics. So throughout the 4 years leading into the Olympics, I had been selected for some tournaments and not for others, and going through that journey I think is hard in itself, and there were times where I was really low on confidence and didn't really believe in my ability, and I think when you don't believe in your ability then not many but other people are going to. So I definitely did a lot of work with our psychologist, and again Surbiton helped me out massively, and I got myself into a position in 2015 where I was just sort of like, do you know what, you've got nothing to lose, put yourself in the best position to be able to go to an Olympics. And actually my performances had improved, and I really thought I was in a position where I was really challenging and deserved a place in that final squad. But obviously everybody else is doing the same in the squad and wanting so desperately to be in that 16. So when it came down to it, I didn't quite make the 16, but I was one of the reserves, so I still trained until the first game in case there were any injuries. And in hockey, it's obviously quite, I would say dangerous, but there's lots of injuries can occur. So I definitely was still in the mindset that I could be going, and if that was the case, I wanted to be in the best physical shape and mental preparedness possible. So I did that up until the games. And hockey, as many other sports, is subjective, and the coaches have their reasons, whether it's fit within the team, whether it's some like pace, some like technical ability, and for whatever reason I wasn't in that best 16. But seeing how successful the girls were and knowing that I had helped to get them to that place, and in a small part, training all the time, and all 32 of us had contributed to that success. But actually, I was absolutely devastated to not be on that pitch playing for a gold medal and winning a gold medal. But it did just give me that hunger and desire to want to replicate that. I want to be on that podium winning a gold in Tokyo, and I think from that moment onwards that's always been one of my biggest drivers with that, and just wanting, and all the girls that still play now that played in the team, they want to replicate it again. So it was such a turning point for our sport. It was just 9.2 million people watched that final, so I think there's definitely the appetite there for hockey, and we all want to be able to replicate that success, and I guess for them, once they've tasted it, they want to experience it again. And so I've been fortunate enough to be selected for everything that I've been available for since then, but it definitely just gave me that hunger, and almost we all see everything as failure. So for me, that was a failure, not getting picked to the Olympics. That had been my lifelong goal, to go to Olympic Games. But actually, in those times where I hadn't been selected during those 4 years and for Rio, I had to look inside myself and find out what I was made of, who I am, what do I want to achieve, what do I stand for. And actually, I think you learn so much more about yourself during those tough times and perceived failures than you do if everything went plain sailing. So actually, I think I'm a better hockey player, a better person now for actually going through those tough times and for experiencing pretty low lows. But actually now, not that I took it for granted then, but it means that even bit more now. And so, I hope that I'll be selected for the Tokyo, and if it goes ahead and everything's fine. And I hope that we can be on that podium as the girls were in Rio and taste that success.
We will definitely come to Tokyo and you will taste that success.